Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another Bybit podcast. My name is Shadi, and I'll be your host for today. Today, we're joined by an exciting individual. His name is Joe Shu, and he's going to take us on a journey through his background and experience for our users. So, without further ado, Joe, nice to meet you and nice to have you here.
Thanks for having me, mate. Appreciate it.
Great. So can you tell us a bit about yourself and how you entered the crypto space and what you kind of do at the moment?
Yeah, absolutely. So I studied finance at university while the
Yeah.
GFC happened.
Okay.
And it was such an eye-opener to really experience how broken and fragile our traditional monetary system was. So when I came across Bitcoin in 2013, 2014, on the back of the bank, Cypriot bank bail-in that happened, where they started taking depositors' money, and then they started buying Bitcoin. So I was like, what is this Bitcoin thing, and why are they trying to operate outside of the traditional system because of the banking situation
of course.
that they were going through? And then I found out about Silk Road, and they were, again, using a different monetary standard outside of the system. So I got very curious, and I went to a crypto event, which was one of the first crypto events, education events in Australia in 2014. And yeah, kind of the rest was history from there. It was that aha moment. When I went to the event, it just made sense to me because I thought differently already, and I was very open to learning and a very curious nature. And that was the start of the journey for me.
That's amazing. I mean, you discovered Bitcoin at a very, very early stage, earlier than most people. So what was your initial thoughts when you saw this new type of currency, or like it was a digital asset at the time that nobody understood? What was your initial thought about it?
My thought was to be really open-minded and get curious.
Okay.
And I was saying to someone the other day, that's like the framework, the mindset that serves anyone well in anything that they do. Rather than making that instant judgment of this, like, who's going to take this up, this doesn't work. And because I had that open mindset, it allowed me to go deeper and deeper in research. And that's when I read the white paper and I was like, I get this makes sense. And I can see the transition that we're going through. And it just kind of the whole decentralized nature and shift away from our traditional powers that be, and the timing of it when it came out post GFC, it was that light bulb moment of, okay, I can see that there's actually serious opportunity here of a major transition in the financial system.
I think you're one of those rare people that kind of saw the potential it could bring at a very, very early stage, because most people were very skeptical about it when it started. There are people skeptical right now as well.
Absolutely.
Like we've grown into this, I think, multi-trillion-dollar now industry, crypto.
Yeah.
And only around 7 to 8% of the world is invested.
Yeah, the numbers are incredibly low.
It's absolutely insane. But let's dive a bit more about your journey after discovering Bitcoin. What did you end up doing? How did you end up going into what you're doing at the moment?
Yeah, it was quite an interesting journey in the sense that I was already investing in the stock market, and then I started to move into crypto, Bitcoin in particular. Then 2016 happened, which for most people nothing happened, but for me it was like a really big year where you're starting to see doubles. And then I was like, okay, I need to take this a lot more serious. And fortunately, I was in a position where I could quit my job, which was in finance, and I took a few months off and I did a lot of spiritual work, which might sound outside of the normal approach that people take, but I've realized from doing different sports and seeing different high-level business investors, athletes, they all work on themselves first.
Very true.
So I gave myself space and time to really understand crypto, but also so I could grow as an individual and double down. And that was when I started to, I guess, really accelerate my wealth. And people were saying, you don't work anymore, you're traveling around doing all these like Vipassana retreats and all this crazy stuff. What are you doing? And I was like, oh, I'm doing this crypto stuff. And they were like, oh, tell me more, what is this? And I started posting about it, and then people were just like, okay, Joe's on something here. I just think because of my nature and my background and what I'd achieved in the finance role that I was in.
Maybe you showed them a little bit of a trust.
Absolutely.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's that trusted source. Sometimes, I know that's why for a lot of businesses, they bring in, I saw at the airport, Lewis Hamilton is ambassador for
CFI.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, he probably doesn't train, he's never done a day training in his life, but he's a trusted figure.
Yeah, exactly.
So I think it's, maybe people saw that in me because I was posting on LinkedIn at the time and had a professional background as such in finance. So yeah, and that was it. That was the start of CCI, where I said, this is what I'm supposed to do. I can really help people here. And I saw a lot of what I would call charlatans on YouTube. Here's the latest and greatest altcoin and buy this. And I just thought, this is not the right approach. It has to be a low risk approach in a high risk market.
100%.
Instead of trying to look for the 100Xs, it's like, what's a systematic way that you can manage risk, that you can take profits at certain points in time, that you actually understand the safety and security of the back end. Like, a lot of people don't get the foundational stuff and they jump straight to, I need to buy this crypto because someone on YouTube told me it's going to 10x. That's where the cracks appear.
I think that's the biggest question mark about the crypto market at the moment, is that yes, everyone is chasing the 100Xs, but they don't think that if you actually have a proper strategy in place, if you properly accumulate your profits on a daily basis, enter multiple trades at the different moments you can do at the same time if you have the capacity for it. But if you accumulate, you'll reach your goal much quicker than trying to scour for that 100x.
Yeah.
Of course, there's some people that got really lucky, but as well, like, it's kind of like a lottery draw.
It's a gambling mentality.
Exactly.
That is all it is. People will buy, they chuck 10 grand in 10 cryptos, hoping that one of them performs. And if it does, then they're going to achieve X, Y, and Z.
True.
But when you look at the cryptos against Bitcoin pair, you'll see that they continue to underperform against Bitcoin.
Yeah.
So you could just sit in the lowest risk asset there is, and you can even leverage trade Bitcoin, which I think is a really valuable strategy to do.
Yeah.
And far outperform all of the altcoins, and especially when Bitcoin and the market turns over, the risk and the downturn is much less than what it is if you're in an altcoin that has a $50 to $100 million market cap, right?
I think the other day we posted something on our Twitter account where it was a long green line going up where it was supposed to signify Bitcoin, and then just a tiny red line.
Yeah.
Everyone's pointing at it saying, I told you it's a scam. And I'm like, if you actually zoom out a bit, you realize that Bitcoin has been the fastest growing
it's like
crypto.
that.
Exactly.
It's literally moved in one direction.
It's not going choppy or anything, it's up.
Yeah,
and it's insane. Like, people tend to look at the 15-minute candles, the hour candles. I'm like, look at the monthly candles.
Yeah, exactly. Really valuable. If in doubt, zoom out.
Yeah.
And what we did a 5-year asset comparison against real estate, against the S&P 500, the ASX, gold, and the closest performer was the S&P 500, which performed at 20% at CGAR over 5 years. And Bitcoin was 85% roughly over the 5 years. It's night and day. It's 4.5x the performance year on year.
Absolutely insane.
So data speaks the truth, and that's what I try and push to people. Don't trust me. You don't have to trust me. What you need to trust is the data.
Yes.
And the transition of BlackRock, Fidelity, Citadel, Donald Trump, like him or not, he rules the largest, the most powerful financial country in the world. And if they're pushing it, there's clearly that transition. Even Ray Dalio came out the other day saying everyone should have 15% of their portfolios allocated to gold and Bitcoin.
15%. We said the same thing as well. Like, gold and Bitcoin are the two best performing assets of
and the hedges against the traditional system that continues to build a $37 trillion debt.
100%.
$1.1 trillion of interest repayments yearly, which continues to scale. They cannot possibly contain that unless they print money, which causes inflation.
Or they find the biggest gold mine ever discovered right now.
But even still, what do? They find a huge gold mine. They can't implode.
100%.
They would implode the market if they dumped it. And that's why I'm not huge on gold into the future, because asteroid mining is not far away. And for some people, they'll be thinking, well, this guy's, what's he been taken? But we're really not that far away from
honestly, that's very true, because they keep coming up with this news article that, there's an asteroid that can make every person on Earth a billionaire. I'm like, okay, it's not going to happen, but it's going to be very true at some point.
Absolutely, but it's just supply and demand. If there's a ton of gold, then what do they do? All of a sudden it becomes worthless. And that's why Bitcoin is pure, it's king. There's a finite supply.
That's very, very true. So tell us a bit about CCI. Give us a little bit of background about what it is, what you've accomplished so far. How long have you been operating?
Yeah.
Give us a little bit of a background.
Yeah, so we were born late 2016, early 2017, so quite a while ago now, 9 years roughly. And over that time, we've become the #1 rated crypto education provider on Trustpilot. Which,
Okay, nice.
yeah, it really means a lot because it's a reflection of how much we care. When people come and work with us, and people would see that in the reviews, it's not we're giving people a crypto education, we work to transform people's lives.
Yeah.
Because we know that everything starts with the individual. You can have the best strategies, the best security, everything around you, but if you don't take action on that,
Sure.
and your emotion gets the better of you, then you're not going to get the result and outcome. So we built the foundations, or we build the foundations in people first, and then they can build on top and scale as much as they like, because now they've got the quality strategies. And we were talking about a Formula One car earlier.
Yeah.
I think of it in this way. We give people a Formula One car, but we need to create and forge Formula One drivers.
Yes.
And that way, when they get into the car, they're going to drive it to its full potential. Where I think the worst thing that can possibly happen in crypto is someone comes in who's new and they have successful trades. It is the worst thing that can happen, because all of a sudden they think they know what they're doing, and then when the market turns over, they're going to get the biggest slap around the face because they've got no strategy in place.
Very true.
So that's a big part of what we teach, is really the core 5 pillars. So it's investment psychology, the safety and security, managing your assets, different ways to transact, investment strategies for all different profiles of investors, low, medium, high risk, people that have time, people that don't have time. You have to have strategies that fit around you.
Very true.
And then asset selection. How do you choose which assets to actually purchase and what's right for you as an individual? And that's why I think when I see a lot of educators out there, they're saying, buy this crypto, buy now, do this, rather than saying, here's the tools to form your own approach. Because your approach should be completely different to mine, because I'm a full-time professional trader with a multi-million-dollar investment fund and personal investments.
Yeah.
But if you have a 10-hour workday, then you shouldn't be trying to do swing trading or something. When are you going to do it in the morning between like your wife trying to have a conversation with you when you get home from work? So it's just building realistic strategies around what people have and how they can approach the market.
So it's based on each person's kind of personality, lifestyle,
everything,
anything that that kind of affects their like factors of how fast they can progress.
Absolutely.
In this course.
Yeah, and the decisions that they make.
Yeah.
Like, should you be dollar cost averaging?
Yeah.
Should you be investing, like a big thing in Australia now is invest in people's super funds?
Yeah.
Like self-managed super funds, and they transition that across. And that's fine if it's like a long-term, multiple decade strategy, low touch points. But I think a lot of people transition into crypto and they're trading and over trading and getting quite aggressive with leverage and doing all the things that they probably shouldn't be doing to begin with until they get more advanced knowledge, because it's a quick way to kind of take 1 step forward and 10 steps backwards. So it's just, really helping to inform people, here's different strategies, here's what you can do, and now you align to what's right for you.
Yeah.
And then we give them a lot of support and guidance and assistance along that journey to make sure that it's very overwhelming stepping into crypto.
Of course.
It can be really like a big
24/7 industry.
Absolutely, and it's super volatile.
Very volatile.
Which is amazing, and that's where you make money. And a lot of people, it doesn't. The light bulb kind of doesn't go off. If the market was stable, no one would make money.
100%.
But it's understanding how do you perform your strategy in that volatility, and where do you sit on that scale. So, it's really customizing it down to the individual.
Yeah, no, it's absolutely amazing to hear. Have you faced any challenges along the way while you were developing this kind of boot camp, as you can maybe call it that, for these users to actually improve their strategies? Maybe you faced, I don't know what type of challenges you might have faced during your way up there. But
so what we have done really well from the start is we've chosen our customers.
Yes.
So when someone comes on board and works with us, it's not like, okay, you can just sign up and then get access. We have a 60-minute one-to-one call where the team, who are all past clients of ours, will go in and analyze, is this person going to step up and do the work? do they have the right profile and background and desire and commitment and motivation and alignment to actually step up? Because at the end of the day, people can throw us their money, but it doesn't mean that they're going to do the work. So that's how we protect our reputation and protect the investor as well. It's not just about, okay, we can make loads of money. It's like we actually genuinely want to help people transition, but they have to be ready to do the work. Otherwise, we say, no, not right now. Come back and prove that you're ready to actually step up and do the work.
How big is your team?
There's 16 of us now.
Oh, wow. Globally?
All around the world now. So 64 years combined crypto experience.
Wow,
it's pretty
insane.
Hectic. It is
That is insane.
I think we're probably one
because
of the most
crypto hasn't been here for 64 years.
No, exactly. So
that's amazing. And what is one of like the most notable success stories that you have?
I love this question because I can reel off and personally name so many success stories because I've done the videos with the other people when they've gone through it. The best one that I've ever seen, which the guy was definitely on the higher end of the risk scale, and I believe it was in 2021. So he came on around late 2020. He was given $198,000 inheritance.
Wow.
He put it all into crypto. He was a high risk guy. His background was finance and tech. So he was a smart guy. And he saw the opportunity, he dedicated full time to it, and he turned it into $15 million in 16 months.
That's
now
insane.
it was like I think I worked out as a 73 or 78 multiple. Now, what I will say is he did invest in ICOs. And some of those ICOs were locked up. So whilst his portfolio went to those scales, the token distributions didn't necessarily fully happen at that time. So he hit 15 million, but I know that certainly some of it came down after, but that wasn't all of his portfolio. But he got in on some very early stage projects, which is on the higher end.
Million out of it anyway.
Yeah, he did incredibly well. But we've worked with people, so another great one in Australia, mining is a really big thing. And one of our customers was working on the mine sites. It's like 12 hours a day underground, sometimes night shifts, sometimes day shifts. They fly in, fly out, like the worst environment, worst conditions. And this guy came in, worked with us. He had done something in crypto, and then he came and did the course, made 800K, and he retired, like quit his job, but now he lives in Bali with his family.
Fantastic.
And to me, seeing those, like the shifts in people's lives, being able to do that, to me is everything. It's what drives me still today.
Of course.
It's just incredible. Another one, Simone, she used to be a HR manager in a construction company, and she built her profile. She was working with us in the elite level for about 2 years. And then in one night of trading, when we just lined up and things just worked incredibly well, and she did do a leverage trade, and she had a sizable portfolio. She did 240 grand in one night, which was more than what she used to make in a year. Which is hectic. So it's and I have to be very clear. Like we have so many, and these are all on our website for people to go and watch the videos. And it's $56 million of verified client profits that we've made to date. But not everyone makes money. That's why it's important to go through the vetting process for us to know that people are going to do the work and show up.
Of course. You won't find like a complete 100% success rate.
No, impossible.
Even crypto doesn't have a 100% success rate.
And neither do I in terms of my
trading or anything.
Exactly.
But no, it's fantastic to hear about these like little success stories that kind of drive you to want to succeed even more.
Absolutely.
How big is your community at the moment?
So direct customers that we work with is over 3,000 now.
Wow. Okay. Globally.
Mainly Australia and New Zealand. We have customers in the UK, some in the US, a few in Asia, but mostly around the Aussie part. So when I started out, I ran everything in person. So I used to speak at events and all around Australia and New Zealand. I spoke at Barclays Bank in London back in 2018, 2019. And that's really how I built a solid base and profile, because people could see, like I was showing up at the events, I'm real. They could see my passion, my enthusiasm, my alignment, and my genuine care to help serve people is the way that I think of it. And I thought that was that was the best thing that ever happened. And then COVID happened,
Yeah.
which was amazing because then we transitioned everything online. And then we just
Everything is digital. Yeah,
we
exactly.
went crazy. But we are going to start running events in Dubai later this
Amazing.
year. We have an investment fund in Australia, but we're going to run and start one in Dubai out of probably DIFC.
Yeah.
And that is for more global customers, because if you invest in Australia, then you have to pay full tax rate, which
Yeah,
is
exactly.
shocking. So here is, it makes it much more accessible. We've
It
got big
does.
communities in the Philippines, like High Net Wealth, and certainly in Dubai. The guy that I'm going to be running it with used to manage Abu Dhabi's Sovereign Wealth Fund. So yeah, pretty
Fantastic to hear. Like,
yeah,
it looks
yeah, I'm
like
really
there's a
excited
lot
about
to
that.
look forward to for yourself and your business.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
It's fantastic to hear that you're very transparent as well. The fact that you do actually attend these events like all over the world, and you actually show your face to everyone.
Yeah.
I guess it also builds the trust that you want to keep within your organization.
Yeah.
So
Reputation's
it's
everything.
yeah, of course,
Especially in this market.
100%.
It's you
Yeah.
can see the people. Like I've been investing in crypto 11 years and 9
Yeah.
years in this business, and I've seen so many people come and go. And I won't drop any names, but there are some big names that I've seen come and go because they're focused on themselves.
Yeah,
And I think, like, even from the beginning, I just wanted to help people. It's in my nature.
yeah,
And I think having that mentality where I focus on others and focus on their goals, then that just fills mine in like a byproduct way.
yeah. Of course,
Mm.
no, it's fantastic to hear, and it's also rare to find people like you all over the world who actually strive to make others in lives better. You know what I mean?
Contribution's the highest thing that we can do.
True. Helping people is one of the most rewarding things.
Absolutely.
I would say. And I try to do some of it. I don't really have the capacity to do most of what you're doing, of course, but I try my best to educate users onto how they can actually be financially secure. Not necessarily become a multi-millionaire, but at least, you know, have the freedom to do whatever they want. Because, like, for example, I never had that opportunity. No one ever taught me. I had to learn everything on my own.
Yeah.
But of course, even when I started with Bybit, it was actually very interesting because I kept learning. It wasn't a day where there was I never knew everything. You know, there was always something to learn on a daily basis, and I'd like to educate people when I meet them because they also reach out to me as a sort of trusted figure. For example, in my friend group. As, oh yeah, Shadi's in crypto, we should ask him. I never give financial advice, of course. I don't want to get caught up in that. But I like to teach them a bit about how to operate on an exchange, how to get started, how to make your first trade, what to avoid.
Which is probably the most important part, right?
Exactly.
But
I've made a lot of mistakes.
Yeah.
And I like to teach people from the mistakes that I made. Yeah, exactly.
That's what the best people do. They have to go through the learning lessons in order to have the credibility to serve. It's not about what certificates that you have, it's about the experiences that you've had. But just on that note, I found I spoke at an event with very, very high profile people who had millions of dollars invested in crypto recently. And I went through and I was talking about on-chain data. And I asked the room, how many people in the room understand what on-chain data is? And 4 people out of a room of maybe 80 people put their hands up. And they have multiple millions of dollars invested in crypto. And it was just like a moment for me where I thought, wow, there's such a gap in people's knowledge and the risk that people are willing to take because they think that this is the right market. And sure, it is, but you can hand your money back more quickly than you build it, unfortunately. Especially the retail participants tend to come in when prices are overvalued. Very true. Rather than when it's undervalued and it's not exciting. It's the, oh no, I shouldn't be touching this. And I think it's to help, our job is to help people to understand the data. Like I was name dropping the BlackRock, the Fidelity. Why are the top end of town, the largest asset managers in the world, doing this? Why is Donald Trump pushing this? Why has El Salvador got their own sovereign wealth fund behind it? There's such a shift in momentum, and when people can see that, it's like, okay, I need to explore this and stop calling it monopoly money and start to learn about it. And that's where education bridges the gap. the best investment anyone can ever make is in themselves.
100%.
And I
Yeah,
think
100%.
the more that people realize that our current monetary system is monopoly money, and they print and there's no hard cap, and they will do whatever they choose to, and that is at the beck and mercy of day-to-day participants in this investment scheme that they've kind of created. It's just a wild matrix
It is
that people
wild, and it's an
subscribe to.
ever-evolving industry where you can never have the same day twice. It's always evolving. There's always something new. There's always something to learn, as I said before. But going back to the whole retail investors only come in when they see the prices already rising.
Yeah, a horrible truth.
You made me remember some really funny moments, because every single time Bitcoin has hit a new all-time high, from back when it hit 70,000, I think it was last year in September, if I'm not mistaken, until now when it hit like 122,000.
Yeah.
I always receive a message from someone. It's like, oh, Shadi, I can see that Bitcoin is pumping. Should I invest now? I'm like, I told you about it like a year ago.
Yeah. We call it the taxi test.
Yes.
So when you get in your taxi and the taxi driver's telling you how to invest in crypto and what cryptos you should be buying, that's the point where you're like, right, I seriously need to look at exiting and not entering in if you are at that point. And obviously that's one data set. And just because I mentioned before we got into the session, I like to help people to understand something and take something out of this. The core things that people need to understand to be really successful in this space. Number one is their own personal psychology. Number two is macro. So what's going on in inflation, interest rates, etc. Number three would be the sentiment of the space, like the taxi test, on-chain data, and technical analysis. They're the core piece of the puzzle. And the way that I simply explain it, some people try and make a decision off of trading. Some people try and make a decision off of what their friends are telling them. And they're one piece of the puzzle. But if you put all of them together, you have a clear picture. And when you have a clear picture, you can make better quality decisions. And that is the aim of the game. True. Now, the unique thing about crypto that no other market in the world has is we have a blockchain.
True.
And from the blockchain, we can access live data as it's happening. And that live data can be translated into on-chain analysis.
Yeah.
What are buyers doing? What's their behaviors? How long are they holding for? Are they selling in profits? Are profits levels elevated right now? Are they taking profits? Are long-term holders over 155 days starting to offload? It's all of this kind of backdoor stuff that is publicly available and free to access, but people don't get it and they're not using it. And that's why, unfortunately, investors like us and our cohort at CCI will destroy investors coming into the market because they understand it. And that for me is like the essence of being a successful investor. It's
preaching to the choir. Of course, like we
framework.
interact with users on a daily basis as well.
Yeah.
And they have access to so many different tools.
Yeah. And they
Whether
keep
it's
asking
on
the same
Bybit or off
questions.
Bybit, it doesn't matter. And they still ask the same question. How can I find out this? Where can I find out that?
What crypto should I buy?
Yeah, exactly.
And should I be buying or selling right now?
Yeah.
It's like the same stuff, but they're asking the wrong questions. And that's where obviously we come in and try and help them. So give them that guidance.
And I think that's a really good thing. Guide them to the right places to where they can learn the how-tos.
How to start.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's where we have a lot of free resources, like webinars, reports, just to push people in the right direction. One of the first playbooks that I ever wrote back in 2017 was the three core things or three top tips of investing in crypto. And the first 10 pages of the 15-page report are all the things not to do. And it's because people want just give me the quick tips, but they have to learn all the things not to do.
100%.
Because that is, like I said earlier, that's probably the most important thing. Don't do all these things because I know that you're about to do it. And I know that you probably will read this and still go and do it anyway, but at least I can sleep peacefully at night knowing that
that you told them.
Yeah, I tried to help.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's the best thing to put it right at the beginning.
Absolutely.
Do not do this.
Yeah.
Because that way it'll actually stick in their mind. Because when you give them the do nots, it's like a psychological thing. Like it's something you want to do, right? Every single
for
time
sure.
someone tells you, don't push that button,
Yeah.
don't do this, you psychologically want to do it, but it sticks in your mind.
Yeah,
You know what I
the
mean?
learning lessons there.
It's like a hook.
And I think a very simple lesson just for anyone that's listening, invest for decades, not days.
Yes.
Because if you look back to the last 10 years of performance of Bitcoin, just Bitcoin in particular,
Yeah.
and then you look to, let's say, the last 10 days of performance, then you can see like the volatile natures there, like we were saying, that long-term vision,
It's
where you start to have, okay, this percent of my portfolio, I buy Bitcoin, I don't ever touch it. This percent I might use for cycle trading, this percent I might use for leverage or short-term trading, and you've got your buckets and you break that down and it's systematic, and it's like, these are my frameworks, my barriers, and you always fall back to your frameworks as your standards. If you don't have any frameworks, then you end up swinging your whole portfolio, and next thing, you got Mickey Mouse coins.
exactly.
It's like, how did that happen? I got 100% of my portfolios in a $1 million market cap crypto.
No, it's absolutely crazy, because then they look at the market cap. It's like, oh yeah, I entered a 140k market cap, goes pumps until 1 million market cap, dumps.
Yeah,
Same second.
And then you can't sell
Like
it
literally
anyways.
same second. But yes, I mean it's crazy. Like, but I mean they do have to kind of be very careful, very very cautious, manage risk, not to fall for scams. Try to be a little bit more intelligent about how they approach every single opportunity within the market. And I think it's amazing that you guys are kind of guiding people on the right path to do that.
Yeah. I think just on the scam thing, I think it's really worthwhile just kind of highlighting that a bit deeper.
Yeah, of course.
We see people getting scammed, and then they come and work with us after, and hearing the lessons and the emotional pain that they go through, but also their families and like the torment. It's PTSD for a lot of people that they have to kind of face the truth and work through it. And some people get scammed and then never enter the market again, and they say crypto's bad. Crypto's not bad, it's the bad actors around crypto. Same as the inception as the internet. The bad
100%.
actors around the inception of the internet.
And it's not like traditional finance didn't have the bad actors at the time.
Absolutely, much more, way more. That's why like all the banks have huge fraud teams, and they boast about how much they invest in cybersecurity and stuff.
True.
Because the technology is shit in itself.
Yeah.
How many times have you seen Bitcoin get hacked? It's exactly. So it's the technology in itself of the financial institutions is really the challenge that they have and the limitations. So yeah, it's really, and I guess as an exchange as well, the amount of like SIM scams or the fake emails. And I saw Bybit have a really good thing where they can register the email. So it's like when you get an email received, it's a verified email from Bybit. Because unfortunately, the more mature audience, they come in, they see an email, a transaction's just happened in your account. Oh no, what, come and put your seed phrase in. There's oh.
I think they miss the key things of always check the sender, always check like different factors, but
go to the app. Go into Bybit, and Bybit will tell you in the app if something's happened.
100%.
That's the main point of verification.
Also, it comes in the form of social media scams. Like you can get scammed in social media pages, but we try our best to kind of report any fake accounts that are impersonating.
I get that.
Bybit. And we do have our own verification system where you can actually go on Bybit and put a certain let's say Instagram or X handle directly into our page, and it'll tell you if this is owned by us or not.
Awesome. That's really clever.
Just there's an extra step of verification.
And I guess that's the benefit of being such a large exchange. You have the investment to improve your security and technology. And obviously there was challenges. But I think no one is going to avoid those challenges. Exchanges are honeypots at the end of the day, and I'm sure you teach people about the importance of managing the risk of using hardware wallets, etc. Which I know that I know it came out in the US. I don't know if it's here now, where they were introducing cold storage directly in like offline wallets directly through the exchange. So it wasn't left in the
I'm not sure if we're doing at the moment, but we still do give hard wallets to our users. Like Bybit branded hard wallets.
Nice.
I mean, look, each person has to diversify their portfolios. Try not to keep all your money in one place. It's the safest way, one of the safest ways, in my opinion. And yeah, if you do cold storage, do it.
Yeah.
I'd say.
If the important part is managing the back end. If someone passes away or if they're traveling and they lose their ledger and they need access. Well, most people write it down on paper.
Yeah.
Because unfortunately, when Ledger send it out, they give you the paper and then you
make sure you keep that seed phrase in your will.
Yeah. There's many ways to do it. But yeah, paper turns to paper mache, it burns in a fire, it can be lost, stolen.
It's a tough one. And the thing is, you can't really write your seed phrase on a phone because it can get hacked. And, you know, like
so it's part of what we teach because we think it's so important to understand that and the multi-verification, multi-sig kind of stuff as well.
Great. So what new opportunities do you have for your community, and also maybe for anyone who would like to join in with CCI?
Yeah, well, I will give you guys a mention because we're actually running a competition through you at the minute that we've partnered up with. So we're running 2, the paid one for our more experienced investors, traders, and a free one for more kind of get the community to understand paper trading and what it actually entails and what that looks like. So we're always looking to do different things to encourage the learning skills of our community. But in terms of CCI broadly, we have many different programs that we run. Some of the lower cost stuff like our weekly newsletter release, which is super comprehensive. It's institutional grade stuff that we write and share in there. We have a trading group as well. Again, lower cost. We have a trading course as part of that. Our main program is our VIP immersion program. And that's where I would say we take newer or current investors that aren't getting results and we transition them to being sophisticated investors. And then we have our $1 million plus investment group, which is our mastermind.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So how long is this competition running
for? So it runs just until you launch the big one.
WSOT.
Yeah,
Are you going to join?
Oh yeah, probably. I think
you're going to create your own squad.
Yeah, I think.
Maybe use your traders. You can actually get the edge.
Yeah. That's where we'll see how the comp goes.
Yeah. It's going to be exciting this year. I'm not sure if they announced the prizes yet, but it's going to be staggered.
Yeah.
Absolutely insane.
I think it'll be a good time to trade as well. I think the window of peak mania is yet to come.
Yes. Very
and
true.
I think it's coming around that August, September time.
I heard September is going to be.
Yeah, and that's when the comp is. So I think there's a lot of opportunity for people to be dialed in on the market through that time.
It's amazing. Well, I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm going to make sure that we include your social handles for users to kind of follow you around.
Yeah.
But it's been an absolute pleasure to have you on. And it's been amazing to learn everything from you. I think I'm gonna drop you a follow as well.
Awesome.
To see if I can join the course or not.
Yeah,
we'll see. But yeah, it's been fantastic to have you again, and hopefully we can see you in the next episode.
Awesome. Thank you.
Great.